Welcome time travelers, and welcome new time travelers. As always, if you're new to this channel and enjoy learning about history, one event at a time, not only from the US, but also from around the world, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're going to start in 1509, when Henry VIII wed his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. The refusal of Pope Clement VII to later annul the marriage triggered the break between Henry and Rome and led to the English Reformation. Moving on to just over 2 centuries later, in 1742, when the Empress Maria Theresa of Austria decided to make peace with Persian King Frederick II, ceding almost all Silesia to him, and the Treaty of Versailles, which marked the end of the First Sicilian War. Moving on to 1880, when American politician Jeannette Ruskin, the first woman to be a member of the U.S. Congress from 1917 to 1919 and 1941 to 1943, was born. 18 years later, in 1898, the Goryeo Empire of China, of China, issued his first referendum to create, initiating the 100 Days of Reform, an imperial attempt to renovate the Chinese state and social system. 1919, with his victory in Belmont Stakes, Sir Barton became the first winner of the Triple Crown in American horse racing. Moving on to 1927, when American aviator Charles Lindbergh was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross by U.S. President Calvin Coolidge, whom we'll be getting to on a later date. In 1945, the Liberal Party won a heavy majority in Canadian elections, returning Prime Minister Mackenzie King's government to office. 5 years later, in 1950, capping a dramatic recovery from a near-fatal automobile accident, American golfer Ben Hogan won the U.S. Open. The next one is one of my personal favorite movies of all time. 1882 is when Steven Spielberg's blockbuster E.T. the Extraterrestrial was released in theaters, and it was widely seen as a classic of American cinema. I heard a story that Drew Barrymore, who played the little girl, didn't see E.T. until the first time that they had the animatronic figure of E.T. until she was on set, which I found really fascinating. Now we're going to move 20 years down the timeline and to this century, and 2002, when the reality competition TV series American Idol debuted, and it became one of the most watched shows in the United States. The following year, in 2003, 4 UN monitors arrived in Thessaloniki, Georgia, after being released by their kidnappers in the Corridor George area, some 6 days after they were kidnapped for ransom. In the end, the abductors agreed to release the workers in exchange for being allowed to go free. 14 years ago, in 2010, the 19th World Cup football or American soccer tournament opened in the host country of South Africa, marking the first time that the event was played on the on the African continent, and Spain won the tournament. 2014 is when American actress and activist Ruby Dee, who is known for her pioneering work in African American theater and film, and for her outspoken civil rights activism, passed away at the age of 91. And with that, we return to 2024 and our current history. Until next time.